I think it's a prime opportunity to talk about what I am excited for at this show, because I am here in attendance and of NAB 2019. So I wrote down some things while I was on the airplane here. It's a pretty short trip from Salt Lake City area to Las Vegas, about 50 minutes, which is a pretty nice flight, if I do say so myself. I know some of you guys fly from the East Coast, takes 5-6 hours, and that sucks. We'll hit one topic at a time, and then we'll talk. I'll look at some chats and try to see if we can answer some questions, because I have been really excited to attend this year's show, and I don't really have usually there's a year of the drone or anything like that, but this year is kind of all over the place. First and foremost is probably the rumors with the Canon C200 firmware, which will allow you to shoot 4 to 10-bit internally to the SD cards without having to go raw. Even if they went to the CFast card, I would absolutely be all for it, because it would consume less data, I think, hopefully. But in and all, when it's all said and done, it's pretty much just a rumor, and I don't expect them to say or announce or produce anything in the long run with that with this Canon C200 firmware, because that would just eat into their C300 Mark II. But somebody can hope and pray, and that would be fantastic if they came out with a new firmware. I am going to go and hit up the booth and be like, yo, how does somebody get on your influencer, of Canon USA Pro? Because I think I've sold, not directly using my affiliate links, 11 C200s total. So I think that's, I'm going to go and bug them, but they're going to be like, yeah, who are you? Get the hell out of here. You know how that goes. Anyways, questions. Thanks for tweeting that out, Mike. I appreciate you. Hopefully that'll bring some traffic in, and we'll continue this discussion here in a moment. I'm going to retweet that. Thank you. Any questions as far as what I'm going to be doing here? I know I want to move on to this next thing that was pretty interesting in the announcements realm, because Tilta kind of dropped a weird ass bomb on us, considering their exoskeleton. I think I can hop over to newsshooter.com, because they're one of my top folks that I go to and check out stuff. But yeah, Tilta announced some sort of weird exoskeleton thing. It's the Armor Man 3. It's literally like an exoskeleton. I definitely plan on checking that out and seeing what that's all about, because I am all about the stabilized life. I brought my Ronin S here with me. Really compact system. It's a lot. Mike Bonetta, he's in the chat right now. He came to NAB, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago? And I brought my Ronin M. That required a whole case and it was a whole endeavor, but it was quite the experience. Technology has come quite a way. But yeah, I'm going to go check out Tilta's thing and talk about, maybe take a look at what it is they're doing with that Armor Man 3. Maybe I can even try it on. I'll see what's going on with them. Am I going to visit Atomos? Absolutely. I'm going to go and enter their drawing, and I'm going to be there every hour. Hopefully they do the same as they did, and maybe I can win again. That would be pretty sweet if I could win something cool. I want to see their Shogun 7, see how that whole thing interfaces. I really am digging this Wirecast thing. I don't know why people don't talk about it. Maybe because it's paid. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't get OBS because I don't have a PC here with me. Yeah. So moving right along, I don't want to waste anybody's time as far as this goes, because I know it's your Sunday. You're probably getting ready for the week to go to work. Deity's Lav Mic, they dropped something on Twitter that was quite interesting. It's a really small pin-sized lav mic. I can't remember the name of it, but I am going to pull it up really quick. Did they even say? No, it's just a picture. It's the W Lav Plus. It's a 3mm micro dot connector modular lavalier microphone. I am really interested in seeing the quality of how that, that sounds and all that type of stuff. Hopefully it's something really good. And it's super, super tiny, so it's smaller than a pin drop or whatever. I want to see if I can get some hands-on with it and see maybe if I can plug it into my Sony A7 III and get some samples. Maybe like put it like right on my collar or something and roll with it and see how that goes. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Yeah, you're trying to move that Ronin M. It's gonna be hard. The Ronin S is awesome, dude. You definitely want. It's not as heavy, and if it is heavy, you need to get in the gym. Anybody have questions? Because if not, I'm gonna move right along. Rhino camera gear is here, and I haven't seen any like videos or anything of their Kickstarter thing that they they have got going on with their what is it? I can't remember the name of their new modular thing that can be added to the slider, and it's like it adds the Z. It's a 4-axis head, and it will be. Hopefully they have one here. I hope they do, because if they do, I'm gonna totally take a look at it, see if I can get some nice footage of it and see how it works. They posted a bunch of stuff on their webpage, and they got some new things going on with their Rove Pro, and maybe they got something going on with their new time-lapse stuff. I don't know, but I'm really interested in taking a look at their new 4-axis. The Arc 2 is what it's called, and I am definitely looking forward to taking a look at that, at least a closer one, because I haven't seen any videos online of it. Hopefully I can be like exclusive content producer for you guys on that. The next thing that these are the things that I'm going to absolutely cover. So if it's there, I'm going to go get to it. Back to the Atomos thing, I want to take a look at their Shogun 7. They just announced it the end of last week, probably rolling into this. I'm sure they'll have a bunch of samples out, and it'll be in there and all that type of stuff. Yeah, do I need my air conditioner coming on? Anyways. It's supposed to take a bunch of different video inputs, and you're supposed to be able to manage it throughout the Shogun 7. That'd be really, really super neat. If that's the case, for what was it announced at $14.99, that might be something that I consider as I go into this live streaming type of stuff. I'm gonna kind of looking out for that type of stuff, because I'm trying to do some different things outside of what's being covered on this YouTube channel. It will be covered on the BTS type of, behind the scenes type of stuff, but I want to try to push into a different environment on YouTube to see if I can grow something, because YouTube's got my channel kind of stagnant. I'm just kind of puttering along, but I'm absolutely grateful for every one of you. See what's going on in this chat. This live interface is pretty sweet. YouTube's done a lot with this. It's really, really nice. Oh, sound devices, audio interface. Do they make field audio recorders? They make really nice ones. The Mix Pre 3, Mix Pre 6, and they did the Pre D a while ago, and they announced the Scorpion. It's a field monitor or field recorder. It has like 32 channels and stuff. Way out of my league when it comes to audio recording, but it is something that I am interested in taking a look at, and hopefully I can get some good coverage of that for those of you that are looking into that type of stuff. Glyph Technologies. I've done a couple of videos of their stuff on my channel. It's their hardware. They're primarily SSD type, like external storage and stuff like that for media. That's what they're most known for, but they have some stuff. I know Jonathan Casey over at OT for Tech, or if that's what he's still calling his channel, he did a thing on their dock that's really amazing. I hope to see if I can get some hands-on with that. But they also announced last week some new technology with Thunderbolt 3, and I don't know if it's 3.1 or something like that. I didn't read the whole press release, but it's something to do with kind of going a whole lot faster with portable storage. Going back to the questions, did they stop? They stopped the one that Larry purchased for me, the one that's just HDMI only. They don't make that anymore. That's been completely discontinued, and I don't think they've updated it since. I hope I can go to sound devices and see what's going on with video devices. Or are they just done with it? Because Atomos is killing it, and small HD and stuff like that. Who knows? But maybe I can find out some information for you, Mike, and see if they're done with the video devices department of sound devices. That would suck, because that kind of lessen the competition field when it comes to external recorders. But I had to get rid of it because it doesn't support 4K 60, and I needed that with the C200. Oh, any other questions? Looks like there's 5 of you. That's awesome, considering such short notice. And I really set this thing up really fast using Wirecast. This thing is quite nice, and looks like they have 30% off till the 13th, so I might end up just purchasing this and rolling with it and kind of running everything through my Mac. Doesn't look like a bad option at all. It's really clean interface. I just need to learn a little bit more about how to establish the layers and stuff, but quite interesting. Maybe I can touch base with somebody at Wirecast here and see if I can get like a longer trial, like a full-blown trial, and see if I can get something going on, get a discount or something. I'm always looking for cheap stuff. All right, that's enough of that. You just chill out with that. It's super cold in here already. 76 degrees, trying to cut on. Anyways, next, Sharp. Sharp announced an 8K camera that was in the form factor of like the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. From what I could tell on video, it was about the same size, and it has an 8K sensor in it, and it looks like they're here, and I'm really excited to see if I can get my hands on a working prototype. If it's still in prototype, it's supposed to be coming out soon, and I'd be interested in seeing if I can get my hands on it, at least for like an exclusive video, and bring that to the channel, and then see what's going on with that whole thing. Yeah, because that would be 8K. Like, what do you do with that? You can play it back on YouTube, but it'd probably take forever to upload and process. Forget about it. Probably take 2 weeks. Moving along, light panels just announced their Gemini 1x1. I was lucky enough to get my hands on the light prior to that, and I was super excited to actually utilize a light that was like super high quality. I've never ever used a light of that quality. Hopefully they're here. They have a booth, and I want to see if I can get a video on maybe some prototypes of the accessories they intend to sell alongside of the light. Because they want to do batteries and stuff like that. I did talk about that earlier, Rebel Live Films, earlier on the live stream, the 422 on the C200. I hope did something come out, because I haven't seen anything in the news yet. Doesn't look like it, but yeah. So hopefully I can get some ideas of like what the intensifiers will look like, or the soft boxes and stuff like that. So hopefully they have something established here. Rode microphones. They just announced the Rode Go microphone. Looks like a tiny module that's wireless. I haven't heard too many good things about the Sennheiser one, so hopefully I can get a look at that. And see what that's all about, because it's their price on that is really aggressive. It's $199 for that wireless Rode Go microphone. It's a tiny wireless lavalier system, so that looks really neat and cool. I am going to stop by Sennheiser and see if I can touch base with my folks there. Hopefully they're here, and see what's going on with them. See, because I haven't covered a Sennheiser product in quite some time. I know that they underwent some changes in their marketing department, so hopefully I can reach out to the person that's there and kind of roll with talking to them about what's new on the horizon and stuff like that. Outside of that, those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 10 different things that I want to talk about while I'm here, and hopefully bring videos, like exclusive videos to the channel, and hopefully it can be helpful to you and in your purchasing decisions or whatever. Any questions? I'm only going to roll this for about another, I don't know, 6 or so minutes, and I'm going to go get something to eat. Plus I'm super thirsty. I'm tired because I've been trying to mess with this Teradek thing and get this going on, because I wanted some higher quality, because this MacBook FaceTime camera looks like butt, and it looks terrible. Any questions? Thank you for joining me. I know, especially on such short notice, super sweet of you to stop in and say what's up. Is there any interest in, I know I posted a picture on Instagram on what I brought here with me. I brought the Teradek, kind of useless now. I'm rolling deep with some NAB cables. That's all I carry now because they're so useful. I got the Beats Studio. What are these? The Beats Wireless Studio? Beats Solo 3s for my headphones here while I'm here. I got the Ronin M, Ronin S for some gimbal shots. I did preset all of the stuff on my Sony A7 III, so I have presets on the camera. So 1 is 60p and 2 is 120. So I just flick through that and get some slow motion. I will be shooting the show in 24 frames per second. I know that's not the best of, I know some people think that's crazy, but I love 24 frames per second. And my iPhone, Apple Watch, my Sinbags, CB25 has been awesome on this trip. It's super huge, holds a lot of weight, and doesn't feel like it is that way. So yeah, it would be nice if they brought the 422. Yeah, too bad you missed this year. It's supposed to be really nice. Oh, one thing that I wanted to talk about is the absence of one very established manufacturer in the camera realm and cinematography. DJI is not on the exhibitors list. I don't know if that was missed or what. Like, they had a huge old section last time I was here. They had a huge section at CES. So I don't understand, because like I would think that they would bring something. The Inspire 2 is still kind of fresh. I mean, they haven't announced something in a little bit. And when I say a little bit, like every month they announce something new. Oh, live streaming is kind of tough. What do you guys think about this whole NAB thing? Hopefully you come to my channel and watch some of my stuff on like camera gear, because that's like my favorite thing to do. Let's head on over to Twitter. I think that's it. Sony A7 III. C200 fits on there as well. It's heavy. That's a thick boy. THICCC. Yes, and I got a cage, but I'm gonna roll with the Ronin in my bag most of the day. I'm gonna go and get all my footage and talk to all my contacts and talk to people about their new products and see if I can get some exclusive looks for you. Then after that, I'm gonna go get something to eat. Do as I usually do. You know, I've got these like trade show types of things down to like a science, so I do pretty well for myself. I go out, you know, if you're interested, let's talk about that real quick. First thing in the morning, like everybody's pretty fresh, so I try to get to the booths that are not as busy but are still on my list of interest. I go to them, I give them a microphone, so let's... All right, hold on. So I give them my Sennheiser mic, so it's a handheld mic, and I run another channel. So I wire myself up with a lavalier microphone. I just leave that on all day. Then I run to their booth, and then I take the Sennheiser AVX system, but I have the MD42, and I give this to the person that wants to talk to me about their product. So I'm focused on the product. They're talking into the microphone, giving me all the details, specifications. I ask them specific questions. So like, who's this for? Or actually, what's this do? Who's this for? When is it available, and how much does it cost? And if it's an update, I have an additional question. What's different about this than the last version? So it's very systematic, pretty much the same questions all the time. They answer those questions into that, and I run 2 lines of audio, one into the left and then to the right, using this wooden camera A-box. So this takes 2 XLR inputs to it, and then I'm using on left or right channel. I try to keep the distance from them, so we have 2 separate lines of channels of audio going into the Sony a7 III, and then it comes out pretty clean, because then I can go into Adobe Audition and split the tracks and kind of throw a video together pretty quickly. Yeah, outside of that, and then when that's all done, and I've done, because I got 2 days here, so I'm not gonna like run ragged. I'm gonna go to about lunchtime on each one of the topics, and then after lunchtime I'm just gonna walk the show floor, put my Sony a7 III on the Ronin S, and go get some footage of the floor. Primarily I'm focused on the booths. Last CES I kind of messed that up, but this year I'm going to focus on getting some footage of each of the booths that I visited earlier in the day, so I can have some nice establishing shots to my coverage. Outside of that, that's pretty much it. It's pretty easy. Yeah. So this went beyond a little bit beyond what I wanted this to be. I wanted it to be about a 20-minute live stream. So I appreciate you visiting and coming and talking with me today, or interacting. It's great. Let me make sure that I didn't miss anybody's comments. Nope. So thank you for joining me this fine afternoon. I hope you all have had a fantastic weekend and you're ready for your week. I know I'm kind of dreading tomorrow because it's going to be a lot of work, but it's totally worth it for you guys, and I love this stuff. It's a break from my 9 to 5, and I really enjoy it. So with that said, thank you for joining me, and I hope you all have a fantastic day and a fantastic rest of your weekend. Take care.